Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to another live this and every Sunday right here on the Iconic Advisor page on YouTube. Or for those of you on Instagram, welcome. For those of you who may be seeing the live for the very first time, or getting tongue tied today, or watching the YouTube channel for the very first time, because I'm using two screens, I'm looking up and down, make sure that I'm being shared with everyone at the same time. My name is Shirley Clark, and I am a licensed financial advisor with the Financial Services Commission right here in the beautiful island of Jamaica. Hope you all are doing well, taking care of yourselves and your family. Now, normally when I'm alone, it's about 15 to 20 minutes discussion or a motivation or a tip, whatever form it's going to take today. And I notice also that the electricity is a little unstable, so I don't want to be here and get cut off. So I want to just jump right into what I have to discuss today. Now, I realize last week I did a live on mental health or your health and your money. And a friend of mine, we had a discussion and a topic was suggested. And I also asked that you guys can also suggest your topics, things that you'd like for me to discuss here, or things that you want me to elaborate on, that you can make those comments or inbox me or DM me. I'm also on Instagram. Well, for those of you who are already on Instagram, those of you on YouTube, I am Icon Sherns on Instagram. And now that I remember, I promised a few persons that I would have put it here. So you can follow me there also for tips. And on Facebook, I am Shernet Higgins Clark, and LinkedIn the same. And of course, the Iconic Advisor page on YouTube. Now, we spoke, and some of the discussions or the list that I gave you last week may also speak to this week about hitting rock bottom. And some of us, when we're there, it is just someone struggling. It doesn't have to be drugs or alcohol, but it can be just hitting a place where things, you feel like things couldn't get worse. It just can't get no worse. And of course, that can cripple other areas of your lives in terms of achieving your dreams and your goals, even your earning potential, making yourself marketable, just showing up for even your job, or showing up for your family and your friends. You're just somewhat demotivated. And I just have some tips for you here in terms of you moving forward, because I have been there many times. I am not coming here to speak as if I am somewhat graduated, or I am somewhat eliminated from the process, or I have not been through the process, but to just give you some advice in terms of getting out and setting yourself free and setting yourself to achieve those goals. And I have been there, hitting rock bottom and thinking the situation that I was in it couldn't be worse. And we have heard this so many times that sometimes it has to get even worse for it to get better. And the darkest part of the night is before daylight. So, sometimes we have to just trust the process, and even accepting the process help us to go through the process even easier. I was mentioning to another friend this morning that if we really could have seen the outcome when we were going through the situation, that it will, it would have been okay, it will be all right, you will pass it, you will overcome, that we probably would have understand or understood or sat in the process and be patient in the process. But we never know, so we always make the same mistake. And of course, making sure that we are uneasy, uncomfortable, and sometimes the process even lasts longer if we don't embrace it and understand that you have to go through the process. Now, there are some things that you can do to get out of it. And of course, people say, yes, the common saying is that life sucks and it's only me alone going through this. And, but I want to remind you that you can trust the process, and it's not just you. And of course, you can overcome that rock bottom. You can't go further than where you are. So the best thing now is to see how best you can get back up, and just look up and find the way, know how. So There are some things that are list that you can do, and one of them is find your bearings. Take a look in the mirror. And I remember one of my past manager, when I was going through a process in my job that was, it was just deteriorating, and I felt like, you know what, this job is not for me, and I needed to give up. I was at the bottom. I wasn't earning anything of substantial amount, and getting new business just seemed, and the old business is falling off. It just never seemed like it would go work out. And one of the advice that he gave me was stop the bleeding. You have to stop the bleeding. So you have to address the problem first before you can take on a new task or even think of ideas in terms of building. You have to stop and address what the issue is, what the problem is, what the downfall is, what the setback is, what the rock bottom is before you can move forward. You have to acknowledge it. You have to address it. Take a look in the mirror. So whatever the situation is, you have to face it. Face up to it, and that's the only way you're going to be dealing with it. No, I am not sure if I'm live on Instagram because it's still saying that it needs to tell my followers that I'm going live. I'm not sure what is happening. Technology sometimes have a way of just eluding me, but yes. Reassess life goals. Yes, today is the 7th of November, and I am yet to achieve the goals that I have set for 2021. Don't throw in the towel. So if you had set 10 goals for 2021 and you haven't gotten any done, what you need to do is to make sure that even one out of the 10 or two or the three main ones or whatever in terms of importance to you that you have set. Hi, Moss Multi, is it? I hope I got that right. Thank you for joining in. You want to make sure that even one or two out of the goals that you have set for 2021, if not yet accomplished, that you accomplish those. So you're going to take it in small steps, because if you take on all 10 that you have set, you're going to become overwhelmed. You're going to become stressed, mentally and physically stressed. So you want to make sure that you're going to prioritize, and for God's sake, this time, just stick to one or two of them. Welcome, Mark BL876. Thank you for joining in. You want to make sure that you stick to them. No, I'm looking at both screens. Guys, you may be wondering where I'm looking now, because I'm also on YouTube and I'm on Instagram. So welcome again. No, so I said reassess the goals. So if you had 10 planned for 2021, none accomplished, you're going to pick one, two, or three of importance or high importance, or what you think you really needed to achieve, and work on those with a couple of days that we have left in 2021. And sometimes you don't be so hard on yourself, because it has been a challenging times, guys. Everybody, some people have lost jobs, some have lost loved ones, some have lost their lives. So it has been a challenging year globally. So you want to sometimes be patient with yourself. But if it is that you're just lying around not doing anything now, that is something different. That's procrastinating. But if it is that you did not or have not yet, then you can still work on it and work on those that you think you can complete by the end of the year. Ensure your needs are met. So not just financially. Make sure that you're resting. Make sure that you're eating right. Make sure that you're exercising. Make sure that every morning you get up and something positive comes out of your mouth, or you're listening to something positive when you go into your bed, the same thing. So even if you feel like failure, you have to switch the script now and start, as I said, face the mirror. Start speaking to yourself and build yourself. If you need professional help, seek professional help. But sometimes it is us doing it, because even if you seek the professional help and you don't have that change of mind, you have not reassured or readjust yourself, you're not going to get the help that you seek, because of course you're still having that closed mind, you're still focused on the problem. But you have to start by, as I said before, find your bearings and take a look in the mirror. Reassess your life goals, and of course ensure that the needs are met. Now, financially, If they're not being met, then you have to find means and ways of how it is that you're going to increase that income, whether it is multiple streams of income, something that you're passionate about, or suppose you can put in little extra hours at work, or upgrade the resume and see if it is that a promotion that is up, or change of job, whatever it is that it takes for you to achieve those goals. Then you have to go do some reassessment. Invest in yourself, and then it comes right back to ensure your needs are met. Invest in yourself. So it's not just money or buying yourself clothes, shoes, or a new car, because if you're not able to afford those things, you're going to push yourself back, right back into rock bottom. And as soon as you come out of rock bottom, you're thinking about the new car, or the new this, or the new that. And sometimes some of those things that we have purchased is not even for ourselves, it's for the onlookers, for the haters. And hey, they're the ones that are going to laugh at us when we hit back the rock bottom, or we can't pay those monthly mortgages. You want to make sure that you're investing in yourself. So again, eating right, sleeping, exercise, making sure that you have sought out your financial portfolio. So you have your sinking fund, you sort out your emergency fund, you make sure that you have your life insurance in the event of death. Those dependents can put you away respectfully, or if there are any creditors. You have your health insurance, you can visit the doctor, do your dental checkup, your eye, whatever it is. You make sure that you have your critical illness coverage in case there's a diagnosis of cancer, stroke, heart attack, just to name a few. And you make sure that your retirement fund is in place. And I encourage, contribute to the maximum, nothing less than 10%. So if you can go up to the 20%, that is even greater. But you're making sure that you're investing in yourself. So when you have worked so hard for your money for so many years, you know that you have something stuck away for you when it is that you're able to retire. Make sure also that you're investing. So your sinking fund, how I do my sinking fund now, and some persons, it may work for you or may not. I have a partner that I'm in on a weekly basis, and I've been in it for the last 4 years, and it has gotten me out of, it's like a loan, but you don't pay the high interest that you'd pay at the banks or those loan sharks. So you make sure that you're contributing to that. And what I have done is space out how my payouts would be. So if it is that every single month I must be getting from that, then the amount that I'm contributing, I should be getting it for the year. So if it is that I need anything, suppose my car needs a major repair, I know that I know where that money is coming from. If I need tires, well, the same thing on a major repair, I know where it is coming from. If it is that an appliance broke down, because I am not encouraged anymore when it comes to hire purchase, unless you're going to be doing it for the 3 months where you pay no interest. But these 2, 3 years, 36 months, zero down is so attractive, especially in these times, guys. I am sick and tired of being called every Monday morning for monies that needs to be paid for an item. I don't know about you, but I have cut myself off of the last payment that I've made and said I never want to go into another loan. Car loan, worse. I'd rather just buy something to know that I owe no money on it. And remember, our cars, the prices are depreciating as soon as you drive off the lot. I think I have another live, and you can check it out on what's the topic, I'm not sure what it is now, but I spoke about a loan that I have with a certain company here in Jamaica. And if you're not reading the contracts, at the end of the loan you realize that you have another loan to pay after 7 years. There is what they call a bucket amount that you have to pay, whether you pay it in lump sum, and that is not like a 200,000, you're talking about $969,000 after a 7 year loan. It's not interest that has been incurred, or you didn't make a deposit. You have made your deposit, you have been paying, and even if you had backlog payments, there are none of those payments, it was cleared. So what is this payment? A bullet payment. I don't know if it's legal, but that's another story. Create a positive mental attitude. Sometimes it is hard, and I'm going to tell you it's hard, but think about it. Is this the first time that you have ever been to rock bottom? Or another question, is this the first time that you have gone through something that you think that it's too much and you'll never make it and you want to give up? You may not think it's rock bottom, but you've been in that place where you're uncomfortable and you want out of this. Now, if it is not, and you're out of it now, It means that anything that you're going through or anything that you're experiencing, you're going to come out of it too. It's going to happen again. Life is a cycle. We speak about it, but we're only talking about aging and birth. But life is a cycle. Either it is that you are going through a situation now in the middle of it, which is sometimes a part where you want to give up, or you're coming out. So once you have graduated from what you're going through now, something else comes. And guys, life is a training ground too, So everything you go through, just as how we started. Thank you, Jazzy Entertainment, for joining in. Thank you, Mark. BL876. You want to make sure, guys. I lose my train of thought when I have to heal them. Sometimes you have to make sure that you learn from the process, because life is a training ground. And think about it this way: you started elementary school or basic school or infant school, and then you move on to middle school for those of you in different countries, or all age school or primary school, and then you move on to high school or secondary school or technical school. Then you matriculate into university or coming into college or wherever it is that you are. And those different stages have different challenges, and the challenges becomes harder. But when you have a custom and condition your mind that I am going to do this and this is a part of the process becomes easier. It's the same thing when we have reached rock bottom. We have to acknowledge that this is where I am at, this is what is happening, and I'm going to get out of this. So you have to create that mental attitude. You have to fight. There is no way, oh yeah, here you come again. Yeah, I'm gonna sit out this one. I'm going to lie out this one. You have to make sure that you're always in combat mode. And anything that hits you, for me, every single month, I can tell you that, or every single time that I set out a goal. Hi, hey, look, it's Jaden. Thank you for joining in. And I don't accomplish that goal, or 1 month, me not earn the money. It always, whenever I take on a positive attitude that, you know what, it always work out. It always work out. Whenever it is that I start this pity part, and feel defeated, and how am I going to do this, and how am I going to, first of all, I start getting headache, and I start getting nervous. And also, that those bring on other triggers, stress related stuff that can also relate to cancers and other sicknesses. So you're doing yourself an injustice. So might as well you create that positive attitude that is going to get you from rock bottom. That is also going to, when you get out of it, you'll be healthier. Yeah, in 2018, I went through a very stressful period brought on by people. And I had some friends who encouraged me, look here, you're going to come out of this. And I didn't think I would come out of it. I didn't think I deserved to come out of it, because people were coming at me and I thought I deserved this. And I did not. Because of how I am with people, I normally accept you, make you give me I give you the benefit of the doubt. And then when you prove me right or wrong, then is when I take action. I never think the worst in people at first. But people know who I am, and they use it to their advantage. No, I was going through that process, and I remember there's no history of hyperthyroidism or hypothyroidism in my family. Nobody. And I recall in 2018, my neck was so, some of you may have seen it on some live. Some persons have asked me about it. I have no issue, talking to people about it, but I have decided to go the natural route in terms of changing my whole diet, because there are other issues that I experience that might as well. I focus on the diet and get this thing done. And if you look at my neck now, even today, I'm happy about how it looks. Some of you might say, oh my God, it's big, but it was bigger. So I'm seeing progress. Now, I remember the doctor, he was a retired ENT, and he said to me, did you know that what you're going through now? I didn't discuss it with him. I just went to him because I was having flu symptoms. And he was there writing, and he said, the stress that you're putting yourself through now, did you know after it's past and gone and you're over the situation, you're going to have your health in your hands to deal with? I was like, what? And I've made the mistake so many times. And I realize when I make people stress me, And situation stress me. That's the growth of it changes it. It's protruding, it is obvious. But when I sit in a situation and I start say, write down what the problem is and subtracting the solutions, and then I have a plan, I realize that I don't have no migraine headache over that. The only time I have a migraine is when I eat late. I don't have migraines over situations or people anymore. In my late in in my 40 years, this is no that I've learned how to handle people and situation. Can you believe it? It's never too late to learn though. So now that I have, I'm creating that positive mental attitude. So now care where you postpone here or come say to me, it's not going to affect me. I'm going to find a way to get out of it. It says get a pet. Now that is up to you if you can handle pets. I've tried it a couple of times, even most recently, and it's unfortunate that she passed on. But it's up to you what you can handle. It could be a fish because I'm okay with that too, or birds. So it don't have to be a cat or a dog where some of the dogs are high maintenance, and that probably will send you back to rock bottom. But if you can handle it, then your situation and my situation may not be the same. Practice finding the positives. Practice finding the positives out of every situation, because what I went through in 2018 was the worst. I've never ever been to anything that took me to my knees. Never. Or people never ever. I cannot recall, because I grew up somewhat sheltered. So I didn't experience much of what I had been experiencing in 2018. Hi, Lisa. Is it Lisa and Mitchell? Thank you for joining in. Didn't experience anything like that before, but you know what it has taught me? I have said a lot of no's since that. And those no's have saved me in terms of my mental state, and spreading yourself too thin for situations and people. I have started taking care of me more since 2018. And you can't go get me to do anything I don't want to do if I'm not comfortable about it, if I don't see how it is going to be beneficial to me, or I see where it's going to affect other people down the line, or people are going to come back to me down the line, but nah, do it because of the situation I've gone through. There are situations that I've said yes to that even recently I said no to because of that experience. So sometimes some experiences is preparing you for what is to come, because whatever it is coming in your life, because people were so accessible to you, you would have made that mistake over and over. So I had to have that experience to teach me some maturity in some areas in my life and to make better choices in my life right now. Put yourself out there and try again. So it can be is a business that failed, and because it failed, you don't want to try another business on your own. Put yourself out there and try again. It may be that you applied for a job and you didn't get it. Put yourself out there and try again. It may be a relationship that ended badly. It could be a divorce, a bitter breakup, whatever it is. Put yourself out there and try again. Rock bottom does not determine your end. It does not determine you. It's how you handle the situation. Of course, we said you're going to make sure that you find your bearings. Take a look in the mirror, reassess your life goals, ensure your needs are met, invest in yourself, create a positive mental attitude, and of course, practice finding the positive and put yourself out there and dust yourself off and try again. Make sure that you're observing the protocols, guys, the washing of the hands, the wearing of the mask, making sure that you're watching your distance also, and make sure that you're taking your vitamins and minerals. Just take care of yourself, build yourself inside out. Make sure that you're staying positive, staying strong, and staying safe. For those of you who are interested in the AgriCare insurance for farmers and fisher folks, DM me, send me a message. You can also email me. And for the school companion health insurance for our students, once they're registered in a Ministry of Education school, you can DM me for that one too. The enrollment process for both ends at the end of November. Please don't wait for an extension. Please apply No. For those of you who are interested in life insurance, whether it is you're going to increase what you have or you have nothing at all, let us have the discussion. What's the importance of insurance? It's not just for death. No. Did you know that you can use your life insurance for assignment to a mortgage? And also the cash value can be used as collateral. So DM me for those information. And of course, we'll have those discussion. Let's build on your portfolio. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, guys. I so do intend to. Bye.